Hello world! Welcome back to my channel. This is Michelle, and let's get started on the easiest freaking look you can do. So starting off, we're gonna have these 3 brushes. You can just not use the tapered brush and just use the blush brush for the pressed powder. So we're gonna use highlighter, pressed powder, blush, eyebrow pencil, lip liner in my case, and concealer. So diving into the concealer, we're gonna just make the little triangles underneath our eyes, and this concealer is in my shade, and I would suggest to do that as well instead of like completely lighter, because we're not gonna highlight the face using the concealer or anything like that. We're going for the minimal look, the right out the door type. But I am also putting it on my nose, my forehead, and some spots. And I put it right next to my mustache area because mama has melasma. That's not cute. And with clean hands, I'm just gonna rub it all over my face. And the warmness from our hands just helps move the product along. And then with the tapered brush, we're gonna go into this Rimmel pressed powder, and we're just gonna set all the places we put the concealer, And again, you don't need to use this tapered brush. You could just definitely use a blush brush, but I prefer this one. It gets right in the crevice between my eye and my nose area, and I always tap off the excess. You'll see me do that a lot in this video. Okay, let's do our brows. Everyone always asks me how I do my brows. I'm not a professional, but I just literally fill them in as best as I could. So I comb them out first, and then from the front, I'm gonna draw a line, as you see me do, a little bit farther than my natural shape. You see that? It's a little farther, and I do the bottom and outline the tops. We're not going to touch the middle yet. We're just going to fix up the tail end. And then now we're moving into the middle part where we're just going to color in any sparse areas or any lacking hair. And we're going to do little soft strokes. We're going to imitate like drawing hairs. So here I am doing it again. It's not that clear on this eyebrow. There we go. So the bottom first I always outline, and I don't touch the front until the very, very end. I come very close to the front, but I never fill it in all the way. You'll see me do that. So we're gonna fill that in all the way. Like you see that? I'm going right there, and there's still a little space that I didn't touch, and that space we don't touch, we're just gonna brush the brows, so we don't put too much product in the front. We don't look crazy. You want it to fade out and do it like an ombre, so the front being the lightest, and then going towards the tail, it's the darkest. And now moving on to mascara. I'm using the Revlon Lash Potion, I believe. I don't have it with me at the moment. I'll list everything down below. And you see me wiping it. It was a little too wet. You can also do that to any of your mascara. I never just strictly take it out of the bottom and put it on my eyelashes. I always wipe it off first, just in case if there's any stray eyelashes on it, or if it's too goopy, it won't smear all over my freaking face. Okay, you see the difference? I need mascara every day. Like, brows and mascara is like a must. So I'm going directly from the root. Oh, I messed up. But we're going to leave that alone. Don't touch it. Let it dry, and then it'll just flick off. So we're doing the top and bottom. We're just swiveling it left and right from the root to the top. Now the blush, you see how pigmented that is? I usually stamp it on my face first on the middle of my cheek towards the back. Just like how we would contour, I do it like that. I don't really like the blush to be prominent on my like apples of my cheeks. I like it to be in the side where it blends out nice and, you know, seamlessly. And I do little circle motions, and once I have a little bit less product on the brush, I put it on my apples of my cheeks. But the rest of it is in the back. Now highlighter. I always get so happy with highlighter. Using the same little brush I always use for highlighter from like Claire's. And we're going to tap that off, and we're going to do a C motion from the tops of our cheeks and then around into our temples, just where the light naturally hits our face. So doing a backward C on this side, and then dusting the tip of our nose, the bridge of our nose, our cupid's bow, just to make our lips look fuller, and our chin just to balance out the highlight. Ta-da! Now using a lip liner, I already had some Blistex on my lips, obviously, but I'm using a lip liner because it lasts longer on my lips. You can definitely just use lip gloss, lipstick, but I prefer going for a very vibrant color because since we have such minimal makeup, something with a little pop always, you know, brings life to the face. And here's me just literally flicking off the mascara that I left to dry, because if it was still wet, it would smear all over. You could just take a tissue or rub your finger or a Q-tip and it will just come right off. And that's it. Oh my god, this tutorial was so freaking fast. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Continue to give me comments, likes, and shares, and advice or whatever you'd like me to do next. Thank you again so much, and bye!